So you want to start a business. It's one of the most exciting things you can do, right? But it can also feel, well, a little terrifying. Today, we're going to cut through all that noise and break down a super simple roadmap that can take that awesome idea in your head and turn it into a real plan. Let's jump right in.
I bet you know this feeling. You've got this brilliant idea. Maybe it's something you're super passionate about, but then you think about actually doing it and you just freeze. The how and where to start can be so overwhelming that you end up doing nothing at all. Well, guess what? You are definitely not alone. Let me introduce you to someone named Ethan. He's basically anyone who's ever been in that exact spot. Tons of ambition, but totally stuck at the starting line. His story is probably going to sound pretty familiar.
This is what we're calling the entrepreneur's starting problem. It's that classic battle in your head, right? On one side, you have this huge desire to create something amazing. But on the other, you've got this nagging fear of failure, of making one tiny mistake that brings the whole thing crashing down. So, what did Ethan do? He did something really smart. He went looking for a mentor. He found Mr. Simon, a guy who'd been in the business world for years and really knew his stuff. Ethan figured he didn't just need advice, he needed someone who could hand him a map.
And you know what? Mr. Simon delivered. He didn't come at him with some crazy, complicated business textbook. Nope, he just boiled it all down to a simple, powerful promise. Look, there are just 5 crucial steps. That's it, 5 steps to cut through the confusion and actually get moving.
And here it is. This is the roadmap Mr. Simon laid out. Just 5 common sense steps. First, define your business. Second, research the market. Third, list your strengths and weaknesses. 4, just start. And 5, improve. Simple, right? But it's a sequence that builds on itself, creating real clarity. Let's dig into each one. All right, step 1, define your business. Now this might sound almost too simple, but trust me, this is where everything starts. Before you do anything else, you have to make one really big foundational decision. And that decision is this. Are you going to be selling a tangible thing, a product, or are you selling your skills and your time, a service? Mr. Simon used his idea for a seaside restaurant as an example. That's a product-based business, right? You're selling food. A consultant, on the other hand, is offering a service. You have to know which game you're in from day one.
But here's the real secret sauce to Mr. Simon's advice. This isn't just about what makes sense on paper. It's about you. He was really clear on this. If you don't genuinely enjoy what you're doing, you are gonna run out of steam. I mean, passion isn't just a nice to have. It's the fuel that's gonna get you through the tough times.
Okay, so once you've figured out your what, it's time to figure out the who and the where. Step 2 is all about looking outside of your own idea and really understanding the world your business is about to step into.
And Mr. Simon broke this down into 3 really simple questions. 1, who are you actually trying to sell to? 2, where are you going to be doing business? And 3, who else is already out there doing something similar? See, this isn't about some massive, complicated market analysis. It's just about being observant.
And that quote right there, that's the whole mindset. You basically need to become a detective, go look at the businesses in your field that are absolutely crushing it, and ask yourself, why? What are they doing right? And then do the exact same thing for the ones that are failing. The clues are all out there. You just have to look.
So let's go back to that restaurant idea. Mr. Simon knew exactly what he was looking for. He wasn't just, counting how many other restaurants were around. He was looking at their location, how clean the place was, how good the food actually tasted, and how they treated their customers. Those are the details that separate a good business from a great one.
Okay, now we get to the fun part, strategy. After you've defined your business and you've done your research, you can finally turn all that information into a real plan. And it starts by being brutally honest with yourself about what you're good at and where you might struggle.
I love this example. It's such a powerful way of thinking. So Mr. Simon knew his location wasn't perfect. That's a weakness. But instead of just worrying about it, he immediately came up with a solution. Put a big, eye-catching signs. See, this isn't about ignoring your weak spots. It's about making a plan for them before they can ever become a real problem.
So, those first 3 steps, that was all about laying a solid foundation, doing your homework. Now we're at the final 2 steps, and this is where everything shifts. It's time to go from planning to actually doing. And for a lot of people, this is the scariest part.
Now listen up, because this might be the single most important piece of advice in this entire roadmap. So many fantastic ideas die because people get stuck planning them to death.
It's called analysis paralysis. Mr. Simon's advice is a wake-up call. At some point, you just have to stop planning and start. You will learn more in your first week of being open than in a year of planning.
And launching your business, that is not the finish line. Nope, it's just the start of a whole new process. Step 5 is a loop that never ends. You constantly have to be looking at what's working and what isn't. Then you pour more energy into your strengths, and you work like crazy to fix your weaknesses. A business is a living thing. It needs to keep evolving.
So, what happened to our guy Ethan? Well, this simple 5-step plan gave him the 2 things he was missing: clarity and confidence. That big, scary fog of, what do I do? Just lifted. And in its place was a clear, manageable path forward. He wasn't paralyzed anymore. He was ready to go. And that's really what Ethan's story is all about. It gives us the blueprint, a simple 5-step guide to take an idea out of your head and make it real. The roadmap is right here in front of you. The only question left is, what journey are you going to begin?